Howdy, y'all. Back on this Doctor Who train, and, don't mind my bag of water. You might be wondering why this stack of Freddy and Jason stuff is here, and the Friday the 13th TV series. This is basically background advertising for my Spotify, where I am doing commentaries on all of this, and then once the commentaries on these are done, other horror franchises and other franchises eventually will also be getting that treatment, and that will be Cyrus watches movies. Anywho, that's this pile. That's nothing to do with today. This is going to be Doctor Who, and I believe we left off with them getting the real key, and it was very easy from what I remember. I even looked up the "that was easy" button noise and put it in the fucking video. I'm mainly looking forward to finishing this serial so I can get to the next one that's not reconstructed. Because watching the pictures and then reading what happens in the dialogue, it's just not as enticing to me. And the story, like the villains, I hate a lot. But in a good way. Like you're supposed to hate the villains. And I am very interested in how this dynamic's going to play out, but I know that, like, cool as the idea would be, Ping Cho's not joining them. And I know no one important is going to die, because it's reconstructed, meaning that the film of this was lost. And I feel like if it was one of the best storylines, or one of the most important storylines where something big happened, like they introduced a character that would continue on for the rest of the show, or they kill the main character, that block of episodes would be more protected and safely secured, and not like lost in a fire or whatever happened to the film from the reconstructed episodes. Anyway, I'm going to start the episode. Oh yeah, he found the body at the end to kind of set them up for murder. Now that is pretty fucking heavy. And there's been a lot more death in this serial. I mean, yeah, there was death in the first serial, like a couple, I think. Then, like, there's been deaths in, I think, every serial except for the filler episodes that were pretty tight.
Do they know the signal to attack it? Each one's been told to go together by the We shall watch for it.
Dude looked like an older Mary from Lord of the Rings.
Scared? Must be just on the point of attacking us. Couldn't find what we came to do.
Continue with our plan. Get the keys and get out of here, spot.
Uh-oh. Sagana's preparing a burning torch. He's not seen them. He didn't hear her go, Takana! Ian enters the side of the tent furthest from Takana. I know it's been an episode or two since this happened, but there was an episode that I did a reaction to this where my editing shit fucked up, and it kept freezing while I was talking and shit. And I was pissed when it happened, but I wasn't gonna not upload the video, and it was fucked. Like, I didn't have the original copy anymore, I don't think. Anyway. Point being, in hindsight, I realized that I accidentally did what I was joking about doing when we started this, and I was talking about having it be just, like, tried to replicate what this is. Anyway, it's not important now.
How many of them are there likely to be?
But if anyone was, like, giving me credit for that, I didn't plan that.
Tricks. I don't believe there are any bandits. God is dead. What better way to get this lie or in truth? If you go in that caravan, it will surely destroy you. If you believe that, Toto, you're a bigger fool than even I think you are. You're busy.
I love the Doctor so much.
No, we will not.
Use this bamboo.
What good would that do?
If we throw it on the fire, it'll expand and blow up. It's a terrifying noise. It's worth a chance, Marco.
Okay, while the cars were driving by, basically it's come down to, like, the main characters and Marco Polo are gonna, like, team up against these bandits that are with Tagana, and they don't. And Marco Polo obviously doesn't know that Tagana's working with them. There's multiple options. You could side with either side and then use that as leverage for the key afterwards, or let them kill each other and then pick up the key and get who's weakened after the fight and get the fuck out of there. But then again, there's also the butterfly effect and changing history, and I don't know what the fuck happens with Marco Polo. So I'd let the doctor make the decisions.
Were you trying to escape? Yes. It was very reckless of you. It's the only thing we could do. Even though failure might have meant that.
Butterfly Effect is one of my favorite movies of all time. Already pre-recorded for the commentary series I was talking about.
Marco, I wish I could explain to you how important the TARDIS is to us.
And I wish I could explain to you, Ian, how important it is.
I understand how important it is to both of them. Because, now, granted, I have to look at it from Marco Polo's perspective now for a second. Marco Polo has just discovered the fucking TARDIS that can go anywhere and anytime. Fuck you, Tagana. Anyway, he's in like 1400s, 1500s, some shit like that. I don't know. But he's found a technological device that is so far advanced that it would be irresponsible for him to not make it public information. Now, looking at it from the doctor's point of view, this is, again, now looking up the era, I was off. This is like 12 something. Yeah, they definitely don't need this technology. I mean, honestly, there is plenty of there's plenty of stuff to back up the idea that we've been more technologically advanced than we are now before, and we just keep doing this. Like the idea of just for like the trinkets and stuff that they found in the ocean at Atlantis. But is that time travel? Or is that interdimensional beings? You know, it's the same thing probably.
At sunrise, we buried the dead, broke down, traveled to the edge of the bamboo forest, and out beyond it on the plain. But at midday, as we were all tired after the events of the previous night,
Yeah, digging all fucking morning.
Surely he can't punish us. I tried to escape. We saved his life.
Well, had any decency at all, he let us go.
I doubt he'll do that, Doctor.
Well, let him go on trying to escape. Circuit's finished, and all we need is those keys.
That's not going to be very easy. is it,
Save his
Doctor?
life and he's still not letting you go.
Marco's bound to be on his guard.
I have a question to ask all of you. Will you promise on your honor not to attempt another escape?
No.
So be it. We sacrificed our freedom to save you. Yes, I know. And in return, I revoke the seizure of your caravan by official decree. Well, pretty noble, I'm not sure.
What you're really saying, Marco, is that we're no longer Kublai Khan's prisoners, only yours, eh?
That's right. Thanks for nothing. Susan and Ping Cho can share each other's company, and no guards will watch you by night. And the keys to the TARDIS? As before, Doctor, they remain with me, day and night.
I'll be damned if I'm living in 1270.
You are in my charge.
Or whenever the
now,
fuck.
and
I already don't know exactly. I mean, was there even mead back then?
Garnish and watch the fire. That's what a menial job he'd order a guard to do.
Goody, the guy was dead.
Tegana wasn't to know that, otherwise he'd have given the alarm.
Would he?
You mean he was implicated in the attack?
Of course he was. And he knew him, I'm certain he did.
I knew I'd seen him somewhere before.
Wow.
He was in
So the
field
audio
five
that they
hundred
have
yards.
isn't even all
He
the
had to
same.
all be exposed.
What's Tegana's
Now, is
name?
that
See,
production not storing it in the same area, or is this like a completely lost scene that like someone had taped and like after years, like it's like, okay, well here's the audio recording, and they're like, well we need this part. Or was this filmed on a separate day and the fucking audio just got fucked because it was stored separately? I don't know. Obviously the production one's more likely. Marco is hiding the TARDIS key in his journal.
What is it, Ping? Ping Cho.
I mean, you'd probably think to look there anyway, because he'd probably write down where it was hidden anyway.
Ask him to wait, please. I'll be with him in a moment. Ping Cho, do I have your word not to tell anyone where these keys are?
Yes, Mr. Markham.
Well, that's dumb. He already knows that she's tight with fucking...
To warn the post house of our arrival. When we get there, a fresh horse is saddled and waiting, ready for the next 3 miles.
Did you ride without rest until you reach your destination?
Yes, my lady. I would have thought it was a physical impossibility.
Tell me, are there many men who can ride such long distances without a break?
We are few, my lord. 300 miles a day on horseback. Very few people ride more than 25. It's in our blood, my lord. We all come from the great steppes.
Well, Ping Cho's gonna tell Susan where the fucking key is. This is just how it's gonna be.
My lord, Flo.
Marco breaks the seal and reads the message.
We must leave here at once.
Why, Mr. Markham?
Kublai Khan wishes to see me without delay. 6 days hard riding from here is the city of Chengting. Where we
Now,
can
is
take
that just
horses
some
around
bullshit that
Shang-Tu.
Sagana said just to get you separate from
They will have
them?
to follow one of the many
Or
trade
is
caravans.
you all going together, or is this real?
That too must follow on, Doctor.
Wait, no, it has the seal with the it's... He wouldn't have the... That was
My only
stupid.
concern now, so within an hour we were on
He wouldn't have the right stamp
And on the 6th
wax
day of our
to make
journey,
it
the spires
look
of
like a
Chengting
fake, so it was
will be
real.
seen on our horizon.
And how long will you honor us with your presence, my lord?
We have to ride to Shang-Tu tomorrow.
I'm surprised that Susan doesn't already know where the key is.
Well, Casey, what?
The TARDIS.
Dear.
Pending arrival, my lord Marco, by a courier who passed this way from Shang-Tu.
Well, I thought you said the TARDIS was to be placed in the courtyard.
To what does the old lord refer?
This caravan.
Oh, that's what it is. I had it moved.
Where to?
The stables, my lord.
We're safe enough there, Doctor.
Who is this guy?
I shall make it a personal duty, my lord Marco.
Okay, so this guy's like a servant to Marco.
I'll escort you to your apartment.
Right? Wang Low. Wang Low. Like a dick.
Now, good night.
Sorry.
It's independent.
There are some nice fish.
Now, where are you being to?
Really blows that a lot of this is missing.
Put you on down there. And your home. Never told me about that.
I am very interested, because I don't think they're talking about the 60s. Where do they come from?
It's as far
Where do
as
they
the
go?
next star. But you can reach it from Venice. can't you?
Demonetization. If I continue.
No, Ranger. I gave him my word, Susan. I promised not to tell anyone where he put the key. And I promise you that no one will ask you.
How much?
Stereotypical eye patch bad guy. With a monkey. I need to watch Indiana Jones again.
1.5 tonight.
I heard about the 5th one, and what I heard about the ending pissed me off so much that I hope it pissed enough people off that they came up with something else. Marco gets up and exits. Oh. I just had a thought. Yep. She takes the key. Is Ping Cho gonna die? Again, do not fucking tell me. But I ask a lot of rhetorical questions in reaction things. But she's gonna fucking die. And it's gonna be the most emotional death of this series so
I
far.
have something to give you.
She just took the key from Marco Polo.
Joe. But you promised Mr. Marco not to tell anyone. I haven't. You don't know where I got it. He'll be terribly angry. But one of us will come on the way
That's
home.
so dumb but funny.
Good night, my lord.
Tagana.
Do you think he saw it? No, I don't think so. Let me go up to our room before you tell the others.
My heart jumped. I think Ping Cho gonna die. Travelers cautiously head towards the TARDIS. If Ping Cho dies, it's gonna really shift the dynamic a lot. Because I don't know, a lot of people died so far, but they've only been around for a couple episodes. They were people that names I didn't know. Now, like in the Cavemans, there's only like two, and one of them was the bad guy that killed the other one. And the fucking other one, there was a war between the Daleks and the fucking people. In this, a lot of people died, but like, if Ping Cho gets executed for giving them the TARDIS key, and I want to point out the reason that I am jumping to that conclusion is because it's impossible that they get out of the situation in this episode, because I know how many episodes are left in this serial. So, something has to fuck it up to where they can't actually leave, but now they have the key. And Ping Cho gave them the key, and I think that's going to paint a target on her. So that they can up the stakes more. And kill a character that you actually care about. They're in there.
Wait! Wait, Susan! Where is she? She must have gone to say goodbye to Ping Cho.
What on earth does that child think she's doing? Great Olympus! Don't panic. Give her a second. I'll knock out the guard.
Ooh, that moral compass might get them fucking caught. He might wake up. It's probably better. He is gonna probably brain damage being knocked out, but movie knocked out and knocked out is different. Tagana's got Susan. That's how they're ending it. They keep ending it with moments of like peril, where like, oh shit, someone gonna die. Now will it be Susan? No. Like I said, I think they would try harder to keep this serial if they did something like that. Unless they did that too early and they didn't want, but like, then people that are watching just the ones that they can watch, the gap would be, and I'm not saying they plan to fuck up any of these episodes, but like, the Daleks is like the most popular one. There was someone who said this was the best one. And I can see what they mean if it wasn't so fucking lost and like like pictures. I dig it, but at the same time, it's kind of like it's not moving, so it's not really. I don't know. But I'm gonna jump right into the next one right now. Predictions. Obviously, I predict Ping Cho's gonna die. Susan's gonna barely get out of there. They're gonna get the key back and fight for it maybe, and then like, I don't know. It's all on the key now. I don't think they're gonna kill Susan. I think Tagana might actually die in this next episode. But then you still have to deal with Marco Polo. Like, subscribe, and all that bullshit, and check out my Spotify for commentaries on horror movies and some horror TV show commentary reactions of Freddy's Nightmares and Friday the 13th series.